Hello and welcome to MidnightSilverCrafters.com. My name's Steve and I'll be your host. Today in this video, we're going to learn how to resize wax rings.
This thing is hot. Woo, that's some heat. Alright, all I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in here. Now you got to go careful with this stuff. You're dealing with something that's this hot. You got to be careful because it's hot. I mean, it's really hot. Alright, today we're going to talk about what you got to do to resize your wax pattern. We're talking about rings today. Wax rings, how you resize them. It's really simple. I mean, it's not hard at all. But you see, I got a ring right here on this ring mandrel. All right, and I'm gonna look at the size of this ring right here. Okay, and we got about a 9.5 right here on this ring. Now I want to resize this ring. I want to go to a 10.5. Okay, so the way you do that is first thing you do is you take your ring and you put it on your ring mandrel. All right. Okay, now you put your ring on your ring mandrel, right like that, and you just take an X-Acto knife or a good sharp blade. Okay, and we're going to just cut right across. We're going to cut this sprue. Now most rings are sprued on the back. We're just going to cut this sprue right off of there, just like that. Okay. All right. So we just cut that sprue right off of there. All right. Now we're going to take our ring off of here. Okay. All right. Now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to get our plastic ring sizers or metal or whatever, just your ring sizers. Okay. And I got a 10.5 here. Okay, and I'm going to slide my ring sizer right up there where it's a little just snug right on my mandrel. All right, now I know right here is a size 10.5. Okay, now I got a little piece of duct tape. All right, I'm going to put it right here, right up against that. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of put that right there, right up against there. All right, now that goes right to the edge of that duct tape, right there. Okay, you see that slides right to there. All right, now I'm going to take this off. All right, now I'm going to take me a little bit of Vaseline on my finger. This is really dead simple. I mean, you can resize rings in a matter of a minute or two. All right, now I got a little Vaseline, not a whole lot. I'm just going to rub it right there on my ring mandrel, right across that tape there, and a little bit on my mandrel. All right. So I got that little bit of Vaseline on there. Now I'm going to take my ring, where I had already cut that down, and I'm going to slide it all the way up until it butts up against that tape. All right, now right there. All right, now I got my ring butted up right against that tape. So now all we're going to do, we're going to take our wax pen. All right, now there's my wax pen right here. Now I got a good video on how you make this wax pen. If you wanna go watch that video, it's a good video. All right. But what we're gonna do, we're just gonna take our wax pen. All right, and we're gonna come right in here, and we're gonna come right over the top of this ring. and we're gonna get some sprue wax. Okay, and we're just gonna take some sprue wax, and we're just gonna start. We're gonna hold this right over the top of our ring, and we're just gonna push this sprue wax. We're just gonna keep pushing on down on the sprue wax, and that's just gonna melt some wax. Okay. And we're just, what we're doing, we're just dripping wax right down on that gap. All right, we're going to put a little bit of wax down there. Now we're going to let that cool. All right, now what we're going to do, we're going to let that cool for just a couple seconds. Now we're going to come back in here again. You make sure that first layer there is cool, and it got to be solidified. All right. Well, this takes a couple seconds. All right. It doesn't take long at all. All right. Now we're going to come back in here, and we're just going to put some more. We're going to drip some more wax on there. But all you're going to do is you're just going to drip wax straight down on there. Alright, until you get your wax about the same thickness as the back of that ring shank. Alright? But this is real easy. There's nothing really much to this at all. Like I said, once you do this, you'll be able to do this in just a minute or two. All right, we just dripped some wax on it. Okay. It's real simple to do this. Alright, I need a little bit more on this side. Alright. Now I'm going to just kind of take this and just kind of smooth it down just a little. Alright. There we go. Alright, now we're just going to let that cool. Alright, and then all we're going to do is we're gonna come in here. All right, and we're gonna take our razor knife, and we're just gonna go right across this edge, and we're just gonna trim that little bit of wax right there. Just trim that off. Okay, give it a nice clean edge on the edge of this ring shank. Alright, so I'm just going to come right in here and just trim this up. I'm in a little awkward position with this camera. I'm trying to show you, but normally doing this takes me about a minute. It's real easy to do this. Alright, trim along that edge. Okay, now come in here, and I'm going to trim along this edge. Okay, now there's my ring. Okay, now you just check that, and you just get this edge nice and clean. Now if you got your wax a little bit higher, you can just take your razor knife and you can just trim it right across there. But remember, you know, don't make it too low. You can make it higher, but don't make it too low. But remember, you're going to come in here and you're going to do a little bit of filing. But there you go. Now you got your pattern resized. And then all you do, you just come in here. You can leave it right on your ring shank. You just come right in here. Get your wax pen and come right in here and reattach your sprue, and you are good to go. And that's how you resize a wax pattern. It's real easy. The wax ring, it's real easy. Now the best way really to sprue a ring, okay, now most all rings are sprued on the back of that shank like that. Well, that's not the best way to sprue a ring. The best way is you have that main sprue on the middle of your shank in the back, and then you're going to run a sprue from right here, from this sprue right to this edge, just like this. You're going to run a little sprue just like that, from this edge to this edge on both sides, okay? And that's it. I mean, that's it. That's how you do it. So this was just a short little video on how you resize wax ring pattern. But if you're new to the channel, oops, bumped the camera there, sorry about that. But if you're new to the channel, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. I'll just take a quick second here and show you what this channel is all about. I do lost wax casting. I do jewelry casting. I do a lot of jewelry casting. And I do silversmithing. Here's some things that I just made just this last day. I think I made most of these yesterday. But here's some rings I made. Okay, this is a casting right here. That's a ring I made. This is all buffed out and everything. Now here's another casting. This is a raw casting. Now I sell on my website. I sell all kinds of different kits. I'm putting up a lot more every day. I got raw castings like this that you can get. And I got wax pattern kits that you can buy. You can do your own casting. I got little kits that comes with the investment powder and everything. And here's a nice, real nice cross. I just made that yesterday. I buffed this out. Here's a nice pendant. I cut that stone and everything. But that's what I do. I do jewelry making. I teach jewelry making, lost wax casting. And everything related to jewelry is what I do. Here's a whole basket full of wax patterns. I made all of these myself. I make the original models. I make my own molds, and I do pretty much everything from start to finish. And that's what I teach on this channel. So if this sparks your interest and you think you might be interested in learning silversmithing or lost wax casting, I think it would just be great to have you as a subscriber. I'd love to have you. I think you'd learn a whole lot, because I got a lot of good secrets to share about all this stuff. I've been doing this for many years. But yeah, well, I appreciate you stopping by today. And if you do decide that you would like to subscribe to my channel, if you just do me one favor, if you just go down there in the comments box and just write me a little comment and just put down there, I subscribed, that would be fantastic. I would love to have you as a subscriber. But yeah, okay, well, I guess I'll wrap this one up here. It's been fun. So my name's Steve, and I'll talk to you in the next video.